folks, welcome back to another Moto Mouth vlog. In this episode we continue on with our trip home from Moranbah in the cruiser. We just, in the last episode where we left off, we had just pulled up on the side of the road, had a bit of a 5-minute break and had a look at that mountain. We jump back in the car, continue on. You get to see some more of the insights of what goes through someone's head, a bit more madness and a bit more of the trip home. Enjoy. Righto, back in the car, let's keep moving. Here we are coming into Clark Creek. The only thing in Clark Creek is a school and the teacher's residence. I won't film the school because that would be bad, but yeah, state school that services all of the farms around this area. And just up ahead we're turning back onto the old Marlborough Highway, and we'll go through Stockyard Creek. So Stockyard Creek used to have a like a roadhouse. It's now turned into the local helicopter musterers workshop, and so there's a couple of those Robinson 22s sitting out there and a heap of other stuff. He's the local go-to guy for chopper repairs, and I think he must be some sort of fitter. He does a heap of mechanical repairs as well. So yeah, that's all of the dirt. So we're back onto the bitumen. This nice little windy section up here, heading up over the Marlborough Range. More of those, I guess there's more of those volcanic plugs like what we stopped and looked at before. So I'll switch the camera back on when we get over there. I'll stop and have another drink and another break up there on top of the hill. Piece of road we're on now used to be the only way to get between Rocky and Serena, to Rockhampton and Serena, heading north. About 1985 the government then went through and decided to put what at that time was called the Missing Link highway in, so Highway 1, and bypassed all this road. So this road is now just a, we still call it the old highway, but it's now just basically an access road, or a road out to get out to the mines or out to Middlemount. Bit of a sordid history, as in bad. Sordid, nasty shit went on in this road in the 70s and 80s. Google it up if you're interested in that sort of stuff. I haven't had any dramas out here, but like as you've seen, it is quite a lonely road at times. So I can imagine exactly people that did break down would have fucking been scared out of their brain. And a few went missing, a few turned up as bones around the place, and some have never been found. So yeah, some what wicked tales for this part of the road. Some of the best cattle country around. Rockhampton's known as the cattle capital, and a lot of the big cattle properties are out here. We've just gone past a few of them. Up ahead, we haven't gone past yet, is Tartress, and the McCamleys and that. They were really well known around Rocky as massive cattle family. They have big properties out here, and as we get closer to town, you'll see there's probably see and hear that it's still quite bumpy. Every couple of years they come through and they do some maintenance on it, but it doesn't get upgraded to highway standard anymore. As you can see, pumps. Keeps you awake. I don't travel out to the mines at night time anymore, so I used to. There's Stockyard Creek servo, the old Stockyard Creek servo. I used to travel out straight after work. I'll travel out before work and travel back straight after work. So I'd leave home at 2 or 3 in the morning, head out. Well, I'd have to leave at 2 in the morning, head out, get to work at 6, then go to the camp. And then on the last shift, I'd leave straight from work, come back this way and get home about 10 or so at night. Like I said, I drove around in that Commodore 3.5 years. It's still kicking around. Bloke bought it off me and got it registered again, and still driving it around. So she's still kicking even after 3.5 years driving up and down this road. This cruiser's done a heap of trips out here. Other cars I've had also traversed this bit of road. So I travelled up here for about 7 years straight to where we just come from, Moranbah, Coppabella / Moranbah and or Coppabella area. And I did about 5 years before that just going anywhere, so it might have been Moranbah, might have been Blackwater, might have been, you know, around the place anywhere, so not one particular mine. And I got sort of locked in at one mine for a long while, and which was my preference then, because you get to stay in the same camp, you know where you're going all the time and all that sort of stuff. And so yeah, I've spent a fair bit of time on this road, spent a fair bit of time on the other highway, which we didn't show in this video. It's called the Beef Road. So the Beef Road runs between Nebo and Duringa, outside of Rocky. This one basically runs from, like I said, it's the old highway to Serena. So it runs from Serena back to Marlborough. All the old servos and that on this road are nearly all gone now. That Stockyard Creek was the last one to shut as a servo or a fuel station. Pretty sure there wouldn't be too many people looking at my channel that aren't from Australia, but in Australia, a servo is where we stop and get fuel, service station. We shorten everything in Australia. So if there's a long word like afternoon, we'll cut it down, call it an arvo or a servo or a bottle-o is where we go to buy our grog. Just one of those things that happens out here. Because we haven't got time to be, you know, saying service station. I've only been travelling on the same fucking road with no, you know, seeing 3 cars in the last 2 hours, so you got to cut all the stuff down, be compact and concise as you can, because we haven't got time. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm just trying to amuse myself. I have a bit of a giggle, but anyway, that's the Aussie humour. A few more hills over on the left hand side and not much on the right. She's pretty flat out that way. A lot of these flood areas, these concrete floodways I go through, fill up with water when it rains. When I first got this car, it only had 47,000 Ks on it, and one of the first trips I did, so it had probably under 50,000 or somewhere around that on it. About what's that in miles? About 35,000 miles. And I come through, there's a heap of cars pulled up, and one of those floodways was full of water, and managed to push through. Didn't come over the bonnet, but it come up towards the height of the headlights and up over the running boards, so it was probably knee deep. It was a bit of a big truck here coming at us. Yeah, it was a bit of a baptism of fire for the poor old girls. Since then, she's got 303,000 Ks on it now. Changed the oil, put fuel in it, throw a new air cleaner in it every so often. She's been a beast at reliability, which I like. Nothing worse than fucking working on cars. Never knowing whether you're going to get where you're going. So I'm going to show this old girl some love. Front end just starting to wobble when I hit a few bumps and stuff, bit of bump steer. So it might need some bushings and shit in the front end shortly. So I might even put that on the channel if you guys are interested, and show you how we go. I've just sold pretty much everything that I don't have in Brisbane now, or given it away, or thrown it in the dump. But so this cruiser is all we've got left as far as off-road vehicles. I sold the racing truck with the roll cage and everything in it, and I just sold the diesel turbo diesel dual cab that I built to tow that around. I've sold the trailer and all the rest of the stuff, hence the reason why now we've got the DR. That gives me the money to buy the DR, and I want to do a lot more sort of touring around. Being out here makes, like I said before, makes me feel a bit better about things. Like anything, too much time out here is no good, but a bit of a balance between the city and the country always makes me feel better about my life. So I'm going to start touring around on the DR. So there's a lot of stuff coming up about or what I would call upgrades or changes I'm going to make to that DR. There's still more to do with the postie bike. I actually lost all my postie bike footage, so I'm waiting to get back to Brisbane. Hopefully I can pull it out of the cloud and bring you the remainder of the postie bike series. So it's currently almost ready for rego, another shortened word here in Australia, so almost ready for registration. I just need to, I'm actually waiting on some stuff from Japan. At the moment the postage is real slow, so hopefully the Honda shop, which is where I've been buying all my Honda parts from, can get back to me and let me know where that stuff is. Be even better if it's already at home when I get there, as in Brisbane, where the postie bike is. But I had two episodes in the bag, in the can, as they say in the business, the film business. So I had 2 episodes already to produce and publish on YouTube for you guys, but because I've been away from home for a month, I haven't been able to find them, so you just get a bit of rambling from me in the interim. Hopefully this is reasonably interesting to you. pace for sure, and it gives you a bit of an indication of, like I said, I did this for about, or did this drive or something similar to it for about 14 years, and a lot of people doing it tough, like I said, mentally out in the mining industry. A lot of people, a lot of focus is on it at the moment. There was a few years ago a lot of suicides and a lot of car accidents and a lot of broken homes and broken families from this sort of existence in the mining camps. One of the reasons why I moved to Brisbane, changed my job to the office job. Occasionally I still get to come out to the mines, which is the trip I'm on at the moment. There we go, we're starting to get into the twisty section. So yeah, very good opportunity for me to come out and just remember what it used to be like, and talk to people on site and get a feel for what's going on out here. And so I'll do this a couple of times a year. This will be the only opportunity I've got to bring YouTube along with me and the YouTube community along with me, because I'm driving up. Normally I'll fly straight into Moranbah, land, go and do what I have to do and come back, fly back to Brisbane. So you guys don't get to see what it's actually like out here and how remote it is. We're probably at the moment about 80 k's from... The GoPro's gone flat, too much filming, so I decided to pull over here. There's a little lookout here. So yeah, what I was saying before, when she went flat, we're about only about 80 k's or about 80 k's from Marlborough, which is township up here. It's got servo and all that sort of stuff. So we're really not that far off the beaten track. I know it looks remote and it looks desolate, but even where we turned off the highway, we were only, you know, sort of 50-60 k's from the nearest town. Travelled down through that dirt road and that, and popped out here where we are now, and we'll end up back in town there soon enough. So yeah, nice little spot here. I'll take you for a quick look around in a sec at the view, and that'll be it till we get back to town. Just about to pop back out onto the Highway 1, which is the main highway heading north through Queensland, and indeed pretty much the whole of Australia. So this is the last little bit of the bush trek out to Moranbah for me to go to work. So this last stretch is 100 k's, it's all freeway. I probably won't film it. And thanks everybody for coming along for the ride, and like always, like and subscribe, share this channel with your friends. Hope to see you back next time.